Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the new decade, the Roaring 20s, 2020, and Topic Time with Harrison Young, my 10th year. Would you believe it? We are going to have such an amazing year of Topic Time and an amazing decade. It's going to be like, it's going to leave the rest in the dust. Not that the rest wasn't great. So we have an awesome show tonight to kick off 2020. Another awesome, beautiful guest. But before I get to her, I got to read these amazing underwriters, and then we will commence with the new decade's worth of Topic Time shows. We got Auto Country, King of the Used Car in Abington. We got a new one, Beauty Bar by Jen in East Bridgewater. We got Easton Fitness, 285 Washington Street in the Village Shops right here in Northeastern. We got another new one, Laser Cosmetic Center, also in Northeastern. We got A1's Tire and Auto Center Incorporated in Brockton. We got John's Greenhouses and Florist Shop in Brockton. We got Sweezy Fence Erectors LLC in Whitman. We got MDI Auto Brokers and Repair, home of the fully certified used car in Whitman. We got T. Martini and Sun Floor Covering in Abington. We got another new one, Auto Solutions in Brockton. Financing available, any credit is good credit. We got Close Clinic Dry Cleaning Alterations in Whitman, where Topic Time fans get 10% off. We got Shovel Shop Spirits here in Easton. And we got Big Lee's Automotive in Abington. And I want to thank you guys very much. And now we will start the show officially. I think you know how it goes. Here we go. Go ahead, you can do it too. Just don't bang the table. Again, good afternoon, Happy New Year, Happy New Decade. I am loving this. This is so, I can't believe I've lasted this long, but why not? It's my calling. And tonight, this very lively, colorful young lady here, this is Latasha Hughes.
Hello, everybody.
And we've been trying to get her on for a while.
I know.
She's a comedian. She's a radio personality.
Yeah, recently.
And we're gonna talk to her tonight, find out. And not only that, we got a little video clip of her performing some of your material. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, and we're going to see that at about 10 minutes into the show, and then that gives me a chance to relax a little bit and take a breather, but I don't mind. I love this. I have so much energy now. So Latasha, thanks for coming on up down here and being on my show with Topic Time with me tonight.
Well, thank you so much for having
me.
To
open up the 10th season of the 11th season and the 10th year of Topic Time.
Right.
What a milestone, and I'm so proud to have you be part of it.
Well, thank you. Yeah.
So tell me about yourself. Where did you grow up? How did you get into comedy? You look like you have a lot of interesting things to say, so let's hear them, and then if I have any questions, I'll throw them your way. Go ahead.
Wow, okay. I grew up in Central Mass. I grew up in Worcester, Massachusetts.
Okay.
How did I get into comedy?
Well, wait a minute. Before you get to that, tell me what were you like as a kid? I mean, does that have something to do with it, maybe?
Absolutely. So I grew up in a very musical family. My dad is... Oh my gosh, he's all over the place in terms of music. He's still in 2 bands now as we speak.
Wow.
He formed the band Dream Flight that really did quite well. They did cut an album. But of course, fortunately, unfortunately, how things kind of pan out. Some of the members, life happenstance.
Right.
The band kind of dispelled, it broke up. But my dad continued music. And I played the organ and the flute. As a youth, I picked up, my dad plays a saxophone and keyboard, so
okay, wow.
Wind instruments were kind of like, ooh, fascinating for me.
So he's still a musician today?
He is.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I couldn't be that old then. I guess you got to be pretty young.
Oh, we're brown. You age well if you take care of yourself.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm 60 and I feel pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're up there. We're up there. My dad, he'll be 70 his next birthday.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, so not.
So that's pretty good. It's awesome. You're still active in the music industry.
Oh yeah.
But we're focusing on you though. All right. So how did you get into comedy?
I'm talking about everybody else. That's another thing.
I understand.
So I took flute. I think it was like 4th or 5th grade. The elementary school they introduce you to instruments, that kind of thing. And
okay.
So again, I fell in love with that, and I was taking it, but after a while, I kind of got bored with it, and I was raised in a Baptist church, so the organ was fascinating because that was part of service, and I wanted to kind of get into that. So I was taking those lessons. I right up until like junior high, probably dropped off with that around high school freshman year, more focused on the vocal component because I was singing in the church choir.
Okay.
So That's my musical piece. I guess.
Okay. So how did that convert to comedy?
Well, comedy's been a part of me, I guess, my whole life.
Okay.
Just the way that I would say things, or the way that facial expressions, those kind of things. I've always been told that I should pursue comedy.
Well, you have a very comical look, and I mean that in a good way.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
I mean, let's face it. You don't see too many afros like that anymore.
Hey,
but it enhances your smile like nobody's business, and that's huge.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. I mean, I could see you light up a room when you walked in. You lit up the house. You lit up the building when you walked in today.
Oh, thanks.
Well, absolutely. So I understand. I get it.
Right. So.
Okay.
How I got my first actual comedy experience, I will say, I was at the Balboa Mansion in Worcester on Pearl Street, which was a really,
It's in
really
Worcester?
big deal. Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't know at the time. I didn't know that was like a big deal. I was.
What was it, like an open mic thing?
Yeah, it was open mic, but it's scheduled, you know.
Okay.
With Nikki Luparelli, so you had to kind of call ahead and that whole piece. And my dad actually ruined my first opportunity.
He ruined it?
Yeah.
Deliberately?
I'm not sure.
Okay.
So we were in Alabama, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, for a family reunion, because that's where my dad is from.
Okay.
And I got the response from Nikki that I was, accepted. I can go on the show, whatever. And I explained to him, like, if we just leave a little bit early, we can get there, and he was just like, whatever. Long story short, I missed that June show, so I was in suspension for July. So my first debut was in August.
Wow.
August.
How long ago was this?
Last year. So
Okay.
I just made a year in August.
So basically, your comedy career only began like August of 2018?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
So this was it's a relatively new thing for you.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, what does your father think of this now?
Oh, he loves it. He thinks
good.
it's fascinating,
Okay.
yeah.
It sounds to me like, how could he not, I mean, you're his bubbly little girl, how could he not love it, no matter what you're doing?
You're sweet.
All right, well, but let's talk about, how you get your material. I mean, you seem like you seem so happy-go-lucky.
Right.
And I got to tell you, that's a rare quality these days.
Oh, okay. Well,
As far as I know, at least it is.
it can be.
It
Yeah,
can be.
absolutely. I talk about what I know, I guess.
Okay.
And more or less, it's about my life. My husband and I, estranged husband, I should say, have 5 beautiful kids.
Wow.
Which is very non-traditional, right?
It is not
Very,
traditional. Well, so you have 5 children from an estranged husband, is that right?
Right. We're separated for almost like
But
7
I mean, you
years.
don't. I wouldn't ordinarily ask this because,
Right.
but this is kind of interesting. Even though is it really that estranged? Are you amicable at least with him, or because the only reason I'm bringing this up is because you brought it up.
Oh,
and
sure.
you're laughing about it, so I'm thinking maybe it's in a way like the old saying, if you look at the glass as half empty or half full.
Right.
If you get lemons, you make lemonade.
Yeah.
So it sounds to me like you're looking at it at half, more than half full, and making lemonade out of the situation.
Because that's all I know. Yeah,
Right.
That's exactly it. That's exactly what it is.
I mean, because a lot of people, when they're in this situation, they're agonizing over it. You don't seem to be agonizing over anything.
No, I left. So yeah.
And I'm hoping that everybody obviously for the sake of your children and him too, that everybody's copacetic.
Right.
Or at least if they're laughing about it, that can't be bad.
It's all good.
Okay, no, it is.
It's all good, yeah.
And you're setting a fine example for for people that that might be in that same situation that don't have it as good as you did or
Right.
do, and then if they see your example. Let me ask this: have you ever written anything? Have you ever I'm looking at you and I'm seeing an author, maybe a book down the line sometime about not only about comedy but about how to live your life in such a humorous way that no matter, that it would really take a cinder block to knock you down. And I mean that literally.
I wouldn't say it's a full book, but it's almost like a workshop in play. Because
Okay.
I do have, I'm a wellness coach. I'm a big advocate on health and wellness.
Okay.
Especially in our community, mental health is a huge piece. We like to talk about a lot of things, but we don't necessarily like to talk about the fact that mental health is real. And it's affecting our community in a huge way, and there's a lot of stigma that's negative.
I know.
We know that it's there, but we kind of dance around with it. We have nicknames for everything,
I know
Even
exactly what you're
diabetes,
talking
It's
about.
like, Auntie doesn't have diabetes, she got a touch of sugar.
Exactly.
Sugar's diabetes. And if you don't treat it, you will lose limbs and die.
That's-
You can't not address it. So I have some things in the works.
I love the way you put that.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Doc Humor seems to agree with you.
Oh, thank
Well, just so you know, I can relate to the mental health issue because I have autism.
Okay.
So and look what I'm doing with that.
That's right.
That's right. So
Freaking barriers. That's
yeah,
right.
exactly. I'm as humorous as a guy as you can be with someone that has autism. Mm-hmm. As someone who was considered by many to be mentally challenged as a kid by my peers and even other people that didn't even know me.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. So eventually you turn, like we just discussed, turning a positive into a negative into a positive, making lemonade,
That's right.
more than half full of the glass and everything.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I use I'm sure diabetes is a good example. I'm just wondering though, people, you must sort of like have a shock element about your comedy too, right? In a good way, but sometimes, for some people it might be a little bit off-putting until they get used to it. Is that true? I'm just wondering.
A little shocked just with the number of children I have, I guess, and then to say that you and so they're like, oh, you don't have more like this. So does he
You have
have
5,
two
you said?
and he has one? No, I have 5.
And what are their ages and what do they range in age?
23 is my oldest son.
Wow.
Yeah, and my youngest son is 9 now.
Okay,
yeah,
that's
I'm trying to hold on because they're aging fast. It's like, wait a minute.
We're all aging fast.
Yeah.
Time stops for nobody.
Exactly.
There's something comical too to laugh about. Now, tell me about your radio gig. What's that about?
Oh, wow, that's a blessing. I was actually out in Worcester at a street party that we have every year on Park Ave.
Okay.
And I was marketing my show. I was Boot Up Comedy. I have a soul mic that I run every month in Worcester.
Okay.
And I ran into Ann, and I met her son.
Ann?
Manny. Yeah, Manny.
Ann who? This wouldn't be Annabelle Gutierrez, would it? There's a woman in Worcester that I interviewed here that has a radio show there, but she's Hispanic, and I think that she does it in Spanish. But it's probably not. It might be the same station. I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know Anna on Unity, but that doesn't mean that
I think
she's not
it's the Worcester Spanish station.
Oh, okay. No,
Possibly.
so
Right. Okay. So it's not the same one that you're on.
Yeah.
Okay. Your gig is in English, right?
Correct.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
So what happened? How'd you get it?
I met with her son Manny,
Okay.
who was the new producer at the time for the Unity radio station. And there was an opportunity for a co-host position, and I met him on Saturday. I was on the radio Tuesday, and I've been there ever since. So.
Wow, that is so great. And on that note, you know what we're going to do? We're going to take a little look at your video, your material.
Okay.
So for folks, we're on a high like never before. Check this out, and we'll be right back. Here we go.
All right.
What the hell was smoking? Coming all the way from Boston on a holiday weekend. Right? Struggled with a little bit of road rage, but truth is, if I was smoking, I'd probably be a lot more chill right now, right? Out of control. Some people in the back are going, Austin, no, I know I'm not exactly what you expected. There are black people there. This is real. It doesn't wash off. So you look disappointed. I was too. I really need that fucking loan. You know where this is going. Oh boy, the young people in here, millennials. Awesome. I just noticed one little glitch. You guys cannot function without your electronic devices. Yeah, so if later on you happen to find them in the parking lot, not able to read or spell, it's fine. They're just looking for bars. Bars. Love young people. I do. Just as long as they don't belong to me. My husband and I have a very non-traditional American family. We do. Got real quiet. It's not that serious. Yeah. All I'm saying is we have 5 kids. It's not very American, right? Oh, he said, whoa, yeah, something's going on. Yeah. He's going to walk right through this with me. Yeah. My friend said, you're not Irish Catholic. You don't look Puerto Rican. I'm just trying to figure it out. I'm none of those things. What I am is extremely fucking fertile. I'm doing my very best. If you notice, I'm just bouncing my eyes on the top of heads because I don't want to make consistent eye contact with any of the fellas here in the program. Last thing I need at my age is a fucking pregnancy. You know? And it wouldn't be cool to piss off your beautiful partners that you have here. You know what I mean? And then get you caught up in those annoying weekly child support payments. That annoying odd holiday every other weekend. Yeah, you know that perfect 2 weeks of summer, what the hell am I going to do with this brat type action? Out of control. So moving forward, treat these eyes and hips like that of the Medusa. It won't but it will check your wallet, I repeat, it will check your wallet. Oh my goodness. I had 6 kids, I did. I lost one. I want to share that with you guys. I got a divorce. In right. No one really knows what to do with that joke. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, should I give a high five? Body shot? Oh, all are welcome. I lost dead weight. That was the quickest 200 pounds I've lost in my entire fucking life. You know, you see the little ads there for Jenny Craig, Weight Watchers, Nutrisystem, lose 10 pounds in 12 days. How about I did that with a swish of a pen? Right? She couldn't help me, right? Interesting. Anybody else here suffers from childbirth besides myself? Anybody here with kids? Woo! Wow, it really is a dime. All right, I have a I could have recorded this as a real shit. I feel like I'm in National Geographic. Where the kids no longer dwell. Holy shit, well, this is real. I love New York. Nobody in Mass believe me. Like, everybody's getting pets now. They're like, fuck that. Who's my friends? They're just, you know, they're getting married, they're doing the whole thing, but you know what? They're just discussing their first pet. I'm a little jealous. I am. Because with that whole setup, the life expectancy, you know what I'm saying, is short. You know, when you hit the prime of your life, you can still take your vacations and have enough retirement money to really fucking live it up. You don't have to go through puberty and all the attitude and all the extra shit, right? Unfortunately for me, I'm on the ladder, right? But yeah, so having 5 kids, we go through a lot, ladies, we do. And I know that you have friends that have kids, or at least we refer back to your moms. We go through a lot, we do. We go into the relationship, supermodel status, looking like Tyra Banks. And somewhere in the middle, we end up looking like Precious. Precious Lord, take my hand, lead me on out the beach sand. My waist is weak, my ass is worn. That was the prayer song I had to come up with. Just to bury the 2-piece ensemble I used to wear to the beach before the 5 kids. But you have to be positive though, right? You gotta be positive. I can still go to the beach. It's just not the same. So I've learned to be at peace with a one piece. Yeah, the beach is a family place. Kids shouldn't be traumatized. Yeah. It's my midsection. It took the mightiest blow. You know what I'm saying? No matter what I do, it just won't snap back. Damn. Just jiggles to the right, jiggles to the left, just like it gave up on life. I'm like, damn, fuck it. And that's when I fell in love with Spanx. Yeah. But I do believe that's my time. You guys have been super, super awesome. I just got
That was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my goodness. So tell me about that. Where did you do it? The reaction to this was incredible. I'm reacting, so talk about that.
With the radio station?
No, we'll talk about that in a minute, but I want you to talk about the video.
Oh, so the video is me and my first time in New York Broadway. Comedy
Broadway,
Club.
yeah. That's where you were, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was in June
Of 2019?
2019.
Wow.
And I just thought it was hilarious, so I wanted to share it.
Yeah, well, I know. I'm hiding my laughter so I don't hiccup all over the table.
Oh, no.
But that is incredible. So how'd you end up going down to Broadway? What was up with that?
I did a show in Patterson, New York.
Harrison, New York?
Patterson, New
Oh,
York.
Patterson. I thought you said Harrison, like me. I'm a little on an ego roll right now. I admit it, but that's fine.
Yeah.
I never even heard of Patterson, New York. That's
Me
the
either.
city? That's near the city?
No, it's by the city. It's not downtown. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. With Cheryl Green. Cheryl Green put me on that show. I met her at Mohegan Sun Club Comics.
Oh,
Roadhouse
okay.
Comics,
So you performed at the Mohegan Sun too?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
They must love you there.
A lot of fun there.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. I've never been there. I've been to the other one, Foxwoods.
Oh, okay. I've not been there. Maybe I should venture out there. I'm not.
Well, I mean, I'm sure if you've done so well at the Mohegan Sun, I'm sure that it's just a matter of time before they call you to Foxwoods too.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, it sounds to me like your career is just sort of taken off lately, which is great. So I caught you in a flurry, which is perfect.
I call it that. It has kind of been a whirlwind. I've done a lot in a little bit of time.
Yeah, no kidding.
I've been doing it. I'm having a lot
I always
of
say
fun.
everything happens for a reason. Go ahead, what'd you say?
I am. I'm having a lot of fun.
Yep.
I'm definitely trying my best to learn more and do more on the technical side, I guess.
Okay.
With the writing and all of that, expanding and.
When you say writing, you're talking about writing material for yourself?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in terms of like like I said a little while ago, I thought I can almost see a book somewhere down the line.
Yeah, I have.
Here's what I envision for you. I envision, based on what I'm seeing here, eventually you're going to really make it big in the industry, and then when you do, you're going to write like sort of a how-to book to try and or a book, if not a how-to book, a manual on humor 101 or inspiration 101. Just,
okay.
And why not? I mean, it'll make you a little more money. I mean, and put it this way, if that's not what you're thinking about doing at this time, I always try to give advice to my guests that'll help them out down the line. And my thinking for you is that it might be a good idea, or just possibly give it an idea, give it a roll in your brain to see if it's something you might want to do sometime, and weigh the pros and cons very carefully.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so you were on Broadway, and that was just this past August, you said?
Right.
Of 2019.
I was there recently, 3 weeks ago, but I didn't have a video to share. So
you have your own video crew that followed you down there?
Yeah, well, the first time. Yeah, the first
Okay.
time I had someone to.
Are these the same people that you know from Worcester that
Yeah, I had
run
some
your
folks
team?
that came from Worcester and family that were there, so that was good.
And it's very good. What about now? How about, are they tied in with a radio show at all?
No, Unity Radio, so like I said again, completely different. I share that
You're the co-host.
radio opportunity with Ellis Cropper.
Okay.
He's the other co-host for the show. He had been doing it, I think, about 3 months prior to me coming.
Okay.
And then it's always kind of better with more folks, just to, in case. Well, you know how this goes. Like, it's always nice to have.
Well, I mean,
some support.
like Rush Limbaugh says, on talent with loan from God, and that's me too. I don't need a co-host, but that's
right.
You got to be positive about. But tell me about what your show's about, your radio show. What's that all about?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So, Unity in the Community radio show is really about all of the great things that are going on in Worcester. And Worcester has a lot of resources for families, for youth, for people that are starting business, that are in business, that have social issues, right down to healthy eating and food pantry, just all kind of things. So I've been blessed to meet a lot of different people, artists that are in the industry, designers, fashion designers.
Wow. So it's got to do with a lot of cultural stuff,
absolutely.
plus life in general.
Exactly.
Okay, so this is more of a serious gig for you than the comedy. But I'm sure you're still upbeat when you do it. But I'm saying, but here you're trying to like cover all the positive things about Worcester.
Right.
And Worcester is a great city. I've been there a few times. I like Part of some of the neighborhoods are really nice. It's.
I love that.
I love the fact that one thing I love about Worcester is that it's a hilly city. It's like
Yes.
you're over 1,200 feet above sea level,
Mm-hmm.
so you can get a nice view of like the skyline going down. Or, I like looking into a valley type
Yeah.
setting. That's me though.
Yeah, we have 7 opportunities to do that. The 7 hills of Worcester. Yeah.
Oh, see that? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, that's
So you obviously know your history, your Worcery. Get it, Worcery?
Yeah, Worcery.
That's pretty cute. I just made that up.
Yeah, see? I'm
Well,
my favorite neighborhood girl, so I have to know my...
Absolutely. Well, guess what? We're down to the final 5 minutes of the show.
Are you kidding?
Well, minus the video. That's why. But that's great.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So what I want you to do in the remaining time we have is to give shouts out to people that are going to see the show. The people in Worcester in the radio, the stations, the people at the Mohican Sun, anybody, friends, family, your kids, your estranged husband if you want. That's up to you. And then we'll wrap the show up.
Oh, wow.
So go ahead. But just condense them.
That's tough. Well, definitely want to give a shout out to my dad, my sister.
Your father. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention
Yeah,
that.
no, don't worry
But go
about it.
ahead,
Don't worry about it. My unity and the community family, Ernie Floyd for sure, Manny Alvarado, Alice Cropper, all of my comedy friends and family. So, I know there's so many to yell out and scream. I feel like we were all over. I could talk to you again for like another, I don't know, 20, 40 minutes.
Well, you're having fun with me, right?
I am having fun with you.
Okay, that's good. Well, here's what I want you to do then. If you have people in the industry, I get a lot of guests from word of mouth, so what I'd ask you to do is to tell them about Topic Time, and plus they're going to see the show.
Sure.
And hopefully I can get them on as well. And so tell me now that we're in the new decade, the new year, what are your plans for 2020 going forward?
Oh.
What gigs do you have lined up, if any?
I have 2 lined up so far.
If you can't remember exactly what they are, that's fine, but.
Yeah, no, one on the 11th, one on the 21st. Teresa called
In
me for
January?
this. Yeah, one in, I think it's close to here, one in Easton and another one in Connecticut, but
What did you say the first one was?
in Easton.
Right here in
413,
Easton?
So it's a 413, is it the 413 club?
This is
I didn't grab
this
it.
is 508. You're talking about the area code?
No, it's just a number on the club, yeah.
Oh, you're here in Easton?
I believe so.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Never heard of it, but that's fine.
Yeah.
That's good. I mean, I'm sure but let me tell you something. They play Topic Time about 6 times a night here, so on
wow.
TV.
Okay.
So you'll get the town people warmed up
Nice.
for your gig. That
Sounds
would be great.
great.
Okay.
right.
Well, like I said, I'm so glad you came in and did my show tonight. It was
Mm-hmm.
wonderful. Wait to kick off the new decade, the Roaring 20s,
Yeah.
and just another thing you might want to consider, maybe going back to playing a little music if you haven't done that in a while, if you have a little time. Music is great, soothes the soul.
Yes, it does.
Maybe doing some-
Singing. I'll probably get back to that.
Maybe write some of your own songs, make them comedic.
I've been told to include.
Combine them, you know?
All right, so if you heard from more than one place, then there has to be some truth to it.
I mean, you're a multifaceted lady. You got a lot at your fingertips, and you can combine them. You're very good at that. I can tell.
Oh, see? It's already been written.
That's right.
Okay.
All right, Latasha, great job.
Well, thank you so much.
Folks, thanks for watching Topic Time. Welcome again to the Happy New Year, Happy New Decade. More great Topic Time episodes to follow, more than you can shake a stick at and anything else.
Uh-huh.
And on that note, we're going to wrap the show up. See you next time. Take care. Thank you very much.
I love it.